Good morning. I'm hoping you guys had a great spring break, and we are going to be starting a 3-week chapter that we will be covering some of the stuff that we've already covered with graphing. So before I get going on everything, I thought before I do the assignments tomorrow that I post a video just reviewing things. So I'm going to review these two questions right here. These are both in what's called vertex form. Vertex form lets you know what the vertex is just by looking at the equation. Okay, this is called vertex form. Y equals ax minus h squared plus k. So the h tells you how much it goes left to right. The k tells you how much the graph has moved up or down. The a tells you two things. It tells you if it's wide or narrow, and it also tells you if it's opening up or opening down. Okay, so let's go through this first problem. This first problem, h is 2 and k is -2. So our vertex is at 2, -2. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the graph, 2, -2. Okay, right now I know that a is a 1 here. So I know this is going to be opening up, which means that this bottom point is going to be our minimum. Sorry, move that. Because the graph is going to be a smiling opening up. And I also know that the graph is very symmetrical U, and this is going to be what's called the axis of symmetry. It's a line in the middle, and that's going to be at x equals 2. This is always at h. H, k, h. Now the range is going to also use the k. So before I get started, I'm going to put some numbers in. So I'm going to make a little table right here. And then I'm going to show you other ways you can do this. So if the vertex is at 2, -2, I'm going to pick two numbers on the right of it, 2, and to the left of 2. So I'm going to pick 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the 2 is in the middle. We already know 2 is -2. And then I'm going to plug in 0. So 0 minus 2 is -2. -2 squares 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. I'm going to plug in 1. 1 minus 2 is -1. -1 squares 1. 1 minus 2 is -1. And then I'm going to plug in 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 squares 1. 1 minus 2 is -1 again. Very symmetrical. It's going to repeat the pattern. And if you plug in 4, that's 2. 2 squares 4. 4 minus 2 is back to 2. So it will look like this. 0 is 2, 1 is -1, 2 is -2, 3 is -1, and 4 is 2. So this line of symmetry, everything is very symmetrical. I also want to cover something that you guys might not have saw on your own. There's a pattern. This went down by 3. This went down by 1. So it went down by 3, down by 1, it went up by 1, and then that would be up by 3. So it's got this pattern, and what these numbers are going to do is a pattern of 1, 3, 5 odd numbers. So I can know that if a is 1, it's going to have the pattern 1, 3, 5, and then they keep going, 7, so forth. So I can go over 1, up, go over 1, up 1. The next one would go over 1, up 1, 2, 3. The next one would go over 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the same thing over here. I'll cover that more later on, but it helps you. Okay, domain, no matter what, is all reals. Domain's the numbers you can plug into the equation. You can plug anything in, and -2 and square it and all that. So that's not a big deal. It's always all reals for now until we get to word problems. And then the range is always your k value. So everything is above -2. So it's greater than or equal to -2 because that's the minimum number. So that's the smallest number. Everything is bigger than that. Okay, this is where you guys were having some problems, increasing and decreasing. So this graph is actually going down and up. So it's increasing over here when x is greater than 2. Not at 2 because that's that minimum point, and it's decreasing when x is less than 2. Okay, so we're going to do one more.